So some of the things that I may say in future videos may seem strange. What I'm going to say in this video is going to seem strange. But some of the ideas I may share to get a little background into some of the things I've experienced, you might better understand why I have the audacity to even consider some of the things that I might share here. So without further ado, the first strange thing that I recall, it's not the first thing that happened to me, because my mom, I'm going to get into that in another video. My mom told me something that happened to me very early on that I don't remember. But the first thing that I remember happening took place at night. I had woken up. I used to sleep on the top bunk in a bunk bed with my brother. And I was probably somewhere between 5 and 7 years old, I would guess. I remember waking up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I was on the top bunk. Before I climbed down from the bunk bed, I heard what sounded like, I have a wall right here. I heard what sounded like, I don't know if you can hear that on this video. It sounded like a scraping, something scraping on the other side of the wall. I didn't think much of it because it was, I was half asleep and I had to pee. So I climbed down and I made my way to the bathroom. Did what I had to do in the bathroom, but before going back to my bedroom, on the other side of my wall would have been the kitchen dining like area. And where I was at the bathroom, if I had, instead of going back to my room, looked around this other corner, I would have seen straight through living room, dining room, kitchen, and then a back den area. So as an inquisitive, curious child might do, I went and I peeked around the corner. And in the back den, which was kind of our playroom, we had toys. My mom had it wasn't a 10-speed bike, but it was a big bike. It had a big tire that you could see kind of poking out. But in the dark, you couldn't really see it. However, what I saw when I looked around the corner looked like a guy wearing a white t-shirt. To me, that's how I interpreted it. And it looked like this white thing went down. And I remember I knew where the bike was. And it looked like somebody had just ducked down behind the bike tire. That's what I thought in my head. Somebody's in the house. They saw me peek at them. They ducked down to hide behind this tire. So I ran into my mother's bedroom and I'm trying to wake her up. I'm like, Mom, somebody's in the house. We have a burglar or something. And as soon as she woke up and was conscious enough to go, oh, we heard the back door, which was right. If this was the tire and here's the guy hiding behind the tire, right behind him would have been our back door. And right as she was conscious enough to be about to get up and hear what I'm going to say, we heard the back door slam shut. And I remember we got up nervous. I think my mom used to have like a hammer or something in her bedroom. She always had little mace, tear gas, hammers, knives. If I remember correctly, she picked up a hammer and we proceeded to turn on all the lights, and we didn't see anybody, but we called my uncle immediately, who came over with a gun. And the strange thing about this story is that the back door that we all heard slam shut, I believe my younger brother had woken up, or I think he was like in my mom's bed sleeping, and he woke up and heard what I was saying too, if I remember correctly. And we all heard the back door slam shut, but we had a deadbolt that you could only lock from the inside. There was no key. It was just a lock that you either slide it or don't slide it on the inside. And when we went to the door, it was locked, which means anybody that would have gone out that door would not have been able to. Somebody would have had to be in the house to have locked that door. my uncle came over. We searched everywhere in this house. We searched in the attic. We made sure all the windows were locked. Every window in the house was locked. There was nobody, no human person in this house. Which begs the question, what did I hear scratching on the wall? What did I see ducked behind a tire? What did we all hear slam the door shut? And how the hell did it end up locked? It's, like I said, this was the first thing that ever happened to me that made me question. I mean, I didn't know the laws of physics then. I was going to say the laws of physics as we know them. I mean, everything that happens seems impossible unless things are possible that we don't typically deem possible in this world. And I have so many more stories. That's hardly the best one. But I have a lot of stories like this that caused me to go, what? And as you follow along, hopefully will cause you to question and then possibly consider a few ideas that I'd like to share. But I'm going to leave it at that for now. I always said that I would share a song at the end of each video. I've shared her music before now. Tori Amos, Happy Phantom. Tori Amos is the artist. The song is Happy Phantom. Because all the things, if they are phantoms or ghosts or whatever you might want to call them, that I've experienced, nothing's ever harmed me. So if it is a phantom of some sort, I would wager that it's a happy one, or at least a kind one, or not a harmful phantom. And so that's this video. I kept it under 10 minutes. I am proud of myself. Should I say it? If you'd like to follow along, hit the subscribe button at the bottom. And thanks for listening. Take care.